Yo, what's up, gang? I'm Justo, and today, welcome back to another Elden Ring video. As you can see by the title, we're going to be going over the stats of Elden Ring. A lot of this stuff is going to be like common knowledge to many Souls players, but Souls content is kind of new to my channel, so just in case my community doesn't understand how stats and leveling works, I'm going to be making a quick video, like a really quick video, on the basics of stats in Souls games and like what they affect. So we're going to hop right into this. I have a screenshot from the official Elden Ring wiki, which lists all the stats in the game and also all of the classes in the game, which is going to be part 2 to this video, hopefully dropping like tomorrow. So as you can see with the character that we're using in this screenshot, for example, they are level 23 and they have 1198 runes held right now in their inventory. Now if you're new to Souls games, usually the currency in Souls games are either souls or blood echoes. I forgot what Sekiro had, but this game is going to be runes. So runes are what we're going to be using as currencies to buy items and to level up. Now you're also going to need a maiden to level up like most games, which should be provided to you in like the first time you link to a shrine. So we're just going to hop right into this and just go down the list, and I'm going to explain to you which each stat means and what it does. So starting off with vigor, that is going to be your health points, your HP, anything that has to do with health. And when you raise that stat, obviously you're going to be raising your health bar, but on top of that, you're also raising your resistance to fire and poison. Mind in this game is going to be what increases the magic bar under the health bar. So this is going to be your blue stat. This in this game is called FP. So when you raise your mind, you're going to be raising the FP amount, so raises the amount of spells that you can use, and also it's going to raise your resistance to focus attacks. Endurance recently just got an update. Before this update, all endurance affected when you upgraded it was stamina, but now endurance also affects equipment load. So if you don't know what equipment load is in Soul games, that's pretty much how much equipment or gear that your character has on compared to like their speed, I guess, or like the way I try to define it is when you start to fat roll or like slow roll. So if you're rolling slow or like you can't move at all, that means that your equipment load is way too high, it's too heavy for your character. So you have to balance that out now with your endurance stat. I believe before that in most games, equipment load was dexterity. And actually in Elden Ring, before this update that changed equipment load to endurance, equipment load used to be linked to strength, but now strength is only responsible for increasing weapon melee damage and weapon art damage, if I'm not mistaken. So moving on to dexterity, when you upgrade dexterity, you're going to be increasing your speed, and you're also going to be increasing your casting speed. So like the time that it takes for you to actually cast a spell will be increased. You're also going to be increasing your fall damage height, so you're going to get what they call a soft fall. So you're going to take reduced damage from falling, and you're going to be harder to knock off your horse, which is a really interesting stat. And I wonder how much that's going to play in like combat. Not PvP, because you can't PvP on horseback, but like just mounted combat. I wonder how much dexterity is going to be. It's probably going to be really useful when you're using like dexterity with ranged weapons on a horseback. So that's probably going to be a viable class. After that, we go on to intelligence, which only affects magic power and spells. So some spells are going to require you to have a certain level of intelligence and I believe a certain level of mind power before you are able to use that spell. Now also increasing intelligence is going to increase your resistance to magic attacks as well. Faith, I believe faith only increases your incantations, if I'm not mistaken. I believe faith only increases your incantation spells, and it might scale some weapons. And last on the list we have arcane, which in this game they described arcane as more similar to the luck stat in Souls games. So increasing this stat, I believe, will give you like a better discovery rate when it comes to items and drops from enemies. And also some weapons do scale with arcane in this game. So from what I'm hearing, arcane and faith, unless you're going for like a very specific kind of build, are probably going to be the least leveled up. But that's going to do it for all of the stats in the game, as basic as I can make it and as fast as I can make this video. If you enjoyed this video, or you learned something, or you're just fucking excited for Elden Ring, don't forget to leave a like down below. Comment down some feedback because I love reading all the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. It's free and it really helps me out. Also, there's going to be a part 2 to this video that's going to be going over all of the starter classes in Elden Ring. And also, if you didn't see my first Elden Ring hype video, I'm going to be linking that in the description and in the top right. There's also going to be a part 2 to that dropping in the same week. But as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, I hope I see you in my next.